After more than 2 decades of representing the Austin area in the U.S. House of Representatives, Republican Congressman Michael McCaul announced he will not seek re-election next year. He broke the news on ABC's This Week on Sunday. Today, I talked with the congressman about his decision and where he sees his party going as he leaves office. After your term is done, I want you to talk to us about where you see the Republican Party going, the future of the party.
Well, I'll tell you how it's changed in 20 years. The rhetoric has increased dramatically. The other side of the aisle are not viewed as colleagues, but rather as the enemy. I don't think that's healthy. I think if we want to represent the nation, we want to be able to get things done. And you don't demonize the other side. You may disagree with them. And you have an honest civil debate over that, over different ideas. But that tone and that rhetoric has changed. There are fewer statesmen up here. I really hope that changes. And, I think I've gone from the party of Reagan and Bush to now MAGA, the MAGA party. And so, I get the frustration on my side of the aisle. They want us to accomplish things. But you're not going to get things done without, it being bipartisan. That's been my experience.
Right. It always seems as though you were someone who wanted to see both sides work together to get things done, and that you feel like that's the best way to move politics forward.
It's more productive than screaming into the camera on television or in a YouTube, inflaming people back home and just feeding the beast, right? I'm not the one that's going to throw red meat at the beast just to inflame it and feed it. I think things need to cool down, especially with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I think it's once again evidence that, I remember when Gabby Giffords was shot in the head, and members are worried about their security right now because the political rhetoric is getting so hot. I hope that changes. It's one thing George Washington warned about in his farewell address was that he saw the two-party system coming into being, and he saw it going down a path of not so much doing what's right for the country, but doing what's right for the party. And I think, especially on the Foreign Affairs Committee, we need to do what's right for the country and America, because the rest of the world's listening, to what we say, on that committee. And Washington term limited himself. I've had constituents say, do you agree with term limits? And I always say, look, you can term limit me, or I can term limit myself. After 2 decades plus, I've decided to term limit myself because I don't think the Founding Fathers envisioned us to stay in this job forever.
I also spoke about the congressman's longstanding role in national security in Washington, D.C. You can watch more of my interview with him on Texas This Week this Sunday morning on KVUE News Daybreak at 8:40 a.m.